What's up, nail geeks? I am back with Cupcake Polish's newest fall set for us. We have the 70's collection, which features 3 flakies and 3 shimmers. These are super pretty, so let's dive right into what she's got. First up is Boogie Down. This is described as a cobalt blue jelly base filled with bronze to red multi-chrome flakes and gold to orange to green iridescent flakes and a subtle touch of scattered holographic pigment. So this has a very jelly-like formula, true to the description. It's got quite a bit of a squish factor on those brush strokes. Now for opacity, I'm going to suggest 2 coats on it as it builds up very quickly and just really packs a punch on those flakes. There is so much of them and a really strong rainbow-like effect from them. Now if you have those stilettos and you're rocking those longer nails, you might need a 3rd coat, but honestly I think if your free edge is the length of mine or shorter, I think 2 coats will be just fine. Now this dries down semi-flat, but I think honestly any top coat will be just fine with it. And here on the full hand shot you can see my glossy top coat. It is just really allowing those flakes to just show all of their color rolls. Very, very pretty and really nice opacity, especially for a jelly-like finish. And next is Can You Dig It? This is a carrot orange cream base packed with pink to green shifting iridescent aurora shimmer. I really can't think of a better explanation than what that base color looks like than a carrot. It is definitely straight up the color of a carrot. I think it plays just a little bit against my skin tone and kind of almost leans like a neutral type of orange against myself, but I do have lots and lots of golden undertones, so that definitely plays a factor there. Now for opacity on Can You Dig It, I'm going to suggest between 2 or 3 coats depending on how you polish and the length of your free edge. Now the shimmers in this set, the same thing. I'm really going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats for all of them. And here on the full hand shot you can see I did take this one up to 2 coats, but I thought it was just fine and I really didn't see a need to go to a 3rd here. And Flower Power is a berry red jelly base packed with gold to red to green shifting aurora shimmer. I have to say that this is probably one of my top picks for this year that I have swatched. It is very gorgeous. If you are not even a red or a purplish type of lover, I personally am, you guys always hear me say that I'm not big on purple polish. I am big on red polish, and I think this is a perfect compromise between the two. This is so glowy. I think this is going to pop on any skin tone. It is so shimmery, and just the way that base color, which I do agree it's this berryish type of almost purpley shade, but the shimmer really brings out this almost reddish cast to it. Now again, for opacity between 2 or 3 coats, I liked this one at 2 coats, though if I went just a touch lighter, I probably would have gone in for 3, so definitely going to depend on your preference. And next we have Granny Square. This is a medium brown cream base packed with pink to silver to green shimmer. This is a really interesting type of color combination in my opinion, as the base color is definitely a warm type of almost like a camel sort of brown, and I think this one's another one that's going to really play up against your skin tone. On myself, I feel like this leaned heavily as a neutral in terms of that base color, but the shimmer just takes over everything once again, so I want to classify this one almost at least against my skin tone as a really amped up shimmery type of almost nude on myself. So really going to depend on your undertones, and again for the most part 2 to 3 coats and you're going to be good to go. Just so much color roll from this one. It easily shifts over from that nice greenish that you're seeing on the video, and I get lots and lots of this pinky type of color roll to it as well. Very, very lovely. Again, I think any top coat will be just fine with it. And next we have Groovy Baby. This is a pickle green polish filled with bronze to pink multi-chrome shimmer and gold to pink to green iridescent flakes. Pickle green is definitely what I would classify this one as. Typically my husband says not to mention pickles around me, as that means he's probably going to have to go to the store and get me a jar. but I digress. So again, we have a really lovely jelly-like formula. There's quite a bit of squish factor to this one too. It does apply quite similar to Boogie Down, that first blue that I showed you guys. And again, between 2 and 3 coats for opacity, but it does build up very quickly. Now, as you build it up on your coats, so whether you wear it at 2 or 3 coats, will definitely depend on how deep and dark that pickle green base comes out. This is also packed full of those flakes. They are of the small and medium variety, in my opinion, so I think they're very obvious on the nail, and they just give this almost foil-like appearance in the final look, but in person you can definitely see that there are just tons and tons of flakes here. And finally, we have Peace and Love. This is described as a sage green cream base filled with gold to pink to green iridescent flakes. So this has what I would consider more of a creamy type of crelly-like base. There is a touch of squish factor to it. And again, I'm going to suggest between 2 and 3 coats depending on how you apply. Lots and lots of those lovely iridescent rainbowy type of flakies here, and just lovely type of true sage green. Now, I took this one up to 2 coats, and I really want to note that if you choose to wear it at 3 coats, that base color will definitely darken out. I just thought that 2 coats was just perfect for it, and it self-levels very nice, and it behaves like a cream in that way. The base color, I do have to agree, it's this perfect type of true sage green, but I think it does also have a bit of a dusky undertone to it in person. Now, the 70s collection will launch October 19th at 7 p.m. Central Time. Each of the polishes will be sold individually for $13 each. I'll link you guys below to Cupcake's shop if you want to check that out and see what else she's got in there. Her glitters and her hollows are awesome. And I'll also link you guys below to her Facebook fan group if you want to get in there, see additional swatches and all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.